Pull factors are things that attract people to move to a new place. Examples include job opportunities, better living conditions, and political stability. So, pull factors, dito naman, ito yung mga factors na nahikat or na-attract ang mga tao na lumipat sa lugar or bansa. Same reasons, better job opportunities, living conditions, quality of education, and also political stability. When we say political stability, it means na consistent na ang maayos na pamamalakad ang gobyerno ng isang bansa. Next, drivers of migration. Political factors. Political instability, persecution, and conflict can force people to flee their homes. Seeking safety and protection is a primary reason for political migration. So, so political factors. Political instability o hindi magandang pamamalakad ng gobyerno are one of the factors that forces people to leave or migrate also. Ang conflict ng bansa with terorista or mga rebeldeng grupo. Example, dito ay ang Marawi Siege na nangyari noong 2017. Maraming taga-Marawi ang lumipat sa ibang lugar sa ating bansa during the time to seek protection during the war. Next, economic factors. Economic opportunities and disparities between countries can drive people to seek better livelihoods. Elsewhere, many migrants move in search of jobs and higher incomes. So, economic factors. These are the economy-related factors such as seeking better job opportunities, high, high unemployment rates sa country, economic conditions ng bansa. For example, yung mga tao sa developing country like Philippines ay mas pinipili na mamuhay o maghanap ng trabaho sa mga developed countries like US or Japan para sa mataas na sweldo, higher living standards, and of course, para sa magandang buhay. Also, isa rin sa mga economic factors ay mataas na job market, demand sa ibang bansa, kung saan na-attract ang mga tao na lumipat, umalis, or mag-migrate dahil na rin sa mas magandang benefits na in-offer nito kesa sa home country.
So we come now to the other factors or drivers of migration. But before we start, let me introduce myself. I am Chester Kier Abian, and now we're going to tackle about drivers of migration, migration trends, and the experiences of OFWs. First, cultural factors. Cultural diversity and the desire for a better quality of life can influence migration decisions. Some migrants move to countries where they share similar cultures or beliefs. Cultural factors significantly influence migration decisions, often linked to identity, social connections, and a desire for better opportunities. Key drivers include religious and ethnic persecution, cultural assimilation and integration, family unification, educational and cultural exchange, language and communication, desire for a better lifestyle, and the impact of media and globalization. People may migrate to escape discrimination, as seen in the Holocaust, to escape violence or persecution. Cultural assimilation and integration are driven by the desire for a more tolerant society, the opportunity to express cultural practices, or greater acceptance of minority groups. Family unification is often a key component of larger migration flows, strengthening familial bonds and maintaining cultural traditions. Language and communication also play a crucial role in migration patterns, facilitating communication and social integration. So, ang cultural migration is yung pag-migrate ng mga tao sa isang lugar, lalo na kung nakakaranas sila ng cultural discrimination or cultural unification. Example ng cultural discrimination is yung mga Asian or Black people na naninirahan sa ibang lugar na napilitan silang umalis dahil madalas silang makaranas ng cultural racism. So, dito na papasok yung cultural migration dahil nag-migrate sila at naghahanap ng lugar na tanggap sila. Sa cultural unification naman is yung mga taong tumira sa same community na pare-pareho ang kanilang beliefs. For example na lang yung mga Muslim, usually yung mga Muslim ay nasa isang lugar lang nakatira kasi they share the same beliefs and culture. The last is social factors. Family unification, education opportunities, and better social services can drive migration. Social networks and connections in destination countries also play a role. So, social migration is the movement of people from one place to another for social reasons such as seeking better quality of life, joining family and friends, escaping persecution or discrimination, or experiencing cultural exchange. It can lead to cultural exchange, economic growth, and social change, but also presents challenges like social tension, discrimination, and skilled worker loss. So, yung social migration naman is yung pag-migrate ng isang tao sa isang lugar na may mga gandang opportunities. For example na lang is yung mga OFW. Merong mga OFW na doon na tumira sa bansang kanilang pinagtatrabahuhan kasi alam nilang hindi sila maghihirap doon. The next is analysis of global migration trends. First is political drivers, conflict, war, and political instability. War-torn regions and political unrest can lead to large refugee flows. Political instability can create unsafe conditions, prompting people to seek safety elsewhere. For example naman, yung mga nakatira sa Gaza, Palestine. Yung mga residents doon ay napilitan ng umalis kasi sila ay nanganganib ang buhay doon. Kinakailangan nilang umalis for their safety. So maghanap sila ng lugar sa labas ng kanilang usual environment na sure hindi sila maaabot ng gulo. The second is economic drivers, job opportunities, income disparities. Global economic inequalities drive people to seek better job prospects and higher incomes. Economic migrants often move from less developed to more developed countries. So example ulit dito is yung mga OFW. Bakit nga ba madalas sa OFW is gusto nila sa mga more developed countries? It is because alam nila kung magtatrabaho sila sa mga developed countries like Japan, mas mataas na sahod ang makukuha nila. At isa pa sa dahilan is ayaw na nilang maranasan ang hirap sa paghahanap ng maayos na trabaho kasi kapag more developed na country, more opportunities ang makukuha. The third is cultural drivers, cultural diversity, integration challenges. Cultural factors can influence migration patterns, with migrants often seeking places where they feel culturally comfortable. Integration challenges may arise when migrants settle in cultural diverse societies. So once na makapag-migrate ang isang tao na culturally comfortable sila, dito nila mapapakita ang integration ng culture nila. It could be a reason that once na malaman ng ibang tao ang cultural integration nila, they will feel more love and support from other people. Last is social drivers, family reunification, and education. Many migrants move to reunite with family members already living in another country. Education opportunities and access to better social services can drive migration decisions. So sa panahon ngayon, maraming mga estudyante ang nag-aaral at nakatira malayo sa kanilang hometown para makapag-aral sa mga top universities na maraming opportunities na kayang ibigay. So dito papasok ang social migration dahil napilitang mag-migrate ang isang tao malapit sa kanyang university and also to seek more opportunities within the city. The last is experiences of overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. OFWs are Filipino workers who seek employment opportunities abroad. They play a significant role in the Philippines economy through remittances and skills development. OFWs often lead the Philippines in search of higher paying jobs and better living conditions. Many OFWs experience family separation and struggle with maintaining connections with loved ones back home. They may also face challenges adapting to new cultures and environments. OFWs may encounter legal issues such as visa restrictions or labor expoliation. The stress of living and working abroad can also impact their mental health. So, karamihan sa mga Pinoy, pag sinabing OFW, iisipin agad sayay ang buhay or mapera. When in reality, majority of OFWs is suffering from their boss at karamihan sa kanila ay nakakaranas ng pagka-homesick sa kanilang mahal sa buhay dahil nga naiwalay sila ng maraming taon. But before we end our discussion, let me tell you 10 facts about migration you did not know yet. First, migration is of all times. Migration is not new. People have always looked for new places to live for many different reasons. Migrants are more likely to be hosted by developing countries. Not all migrants come to the West. A United Nations report from 2018 shows that 21.7 million migrants are hosted by developing countries, while developed countries such as those of the European Union and North America took only 3.6 million migrants. The number of migrants that are being hosted by developing countries has doubled in the last decade. The 10 countries that have taken in the most migrants are Turkey, Pakistan, Lebanon, Iran, Uganda, Ethiopia, Jordan, Germany, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Kenya. Third, not everyone migrates for the same reason. Every migration story is different. Some migrants flee their country because of war, while others seek greater opportunities abroad. Migration is often not a choice, but a matter of life and death. In 2016, the United Nations estimated that around 66 million people were forced to leave their homes because of persecutions, conflicts, violence, and human rights violations. More than 40 million of these were internally displaced persons, meaning that they migrate within their own country. Fourth, migrants are often very young. Young people in particular migrate to another country. More than half of all migrants from Burkina Faso, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, and Uganda are minors. In addition to age, education also appears to be a good predictor of migrations. Migrants are more likely to be highly educated than non-migrants and seek opportunities to convert their knowledge into practice. Fifth, not all migrants are men. Despite the existence of social standards that restrict women's mobility, the number of female migrants is growing. They now represent almost half of all migrants in the world. Research shows that girls with a higher educated father are more likely to migrate than girls whose father has not studied. Father support clearly has an impact on the future of their daughters, while men often migrate for work-related reasons. Women migrate more often for family reasons. Sixth, agriculture plays a major role in migration. Contrary to popular belief, migrants do not always move from rural to urban areas. The situation appears to be much more complex. For example, many people in rural areas migrate to other rural areas between harvest in search of work and food security. Poor harvest will therefore increase the migratory flows. Special attention to agriculture in the migration debate is therefore very important. 7. Climate change causes migration. Global warming has a major impact on people's lives in rural areas. Droughts or floods caused by climate change lead to failed harvest and hunger. Many people decide to migrate in order to escape food insecurity, income loss, and extreme temperatures. The United Nations predict that climate change will mainly affect people in poverty and cause more migration. 8. Migration impacts the host country and country of origin. Migration can positively impact the host country's labor market by compensating for labor shortage. At the same time, migration also affects the labor market in the country of origin, since the departure of migrants results in the loss of labor force. In principle, this is detrimental both to the families left behind and to the country of origin itself. 9. Development is not an immediate remedy against migration. Migration increases as countries develop. People in extreme poverty do not have enough money to migrate. Investing in development and poverty reduction in order to combat migration will initially have the opposite effect. Migration will always start to decrease when a country belongs to the category of middle-income countries. And last, migration results from inequality. Unequal opportunities lead to migration, providing people with better access to education, healthcare, and employment. Opportunities will eventually reduce migration. Investing in the future gives people more opportunities to grow in order to reach their potential without forcing them to migrate. Migration must be a choice, not an emergency plan that stems from a lack of opportunities. In conclusion, migration and mobility can positively enhance people's lives and can save lives in the direst of situations. However, There do remain many situations in which migrants can be extremely vulnerable and have their security diminished or degrade during migration. And that's all. Thank you for listening.